Welcome to the sauna/studio of rage. What's up? You guys see me? Where's the top chats? What's going on? Hope you're having a great Friday. Thank you again for your subscription in July. All my friends and family subscribing. You guys are family. What's up, Bobby? Let's effing go! Looks like I'm wearing one of those skater hats from back in the day. This is actually Jordan's dad's brand, Intrinsic Sports. Intrinsic Sports. I didn't bend the brim yet. What's up, brother? What's up, Franz? What's up, my Jersey friends? What's up, East Coast, West Coast, everybody in between? Again, welcome to my Sauna of Rage behind the velvet rope. My sauna/studio of rage. Got my little studio. I do my show from here now so I could get a beautiful view of the palm trees here in LA. What's up, Lisa? What's up, Funky Monkey? I'm not gonna be able to read everything as we go, so if there's anything you really want me to see, make sure you leave a comment here on our Patreon. Thank you again for your subscription. Thanks for all your support. We appreciate you. Before I forget, new shirts available, shop.covinoandrich.com. Again, just so you can have something to say you're a part of this. We appreciate it. And thank you, Franz, for your sweet designs. And thank you, Len Chesmore, for this one. Rocking my sweet Estee bands. Some say Ray-Bans. I say Estee bands. These are my Estebans. These green bad boys. Can you see the little subtle green in there? Before we get into my rant and my Sauna of Rage, I figured I'd do a nice little summer show and tell. It's officially summer, 4th of July weekend. It's really hot. Sticky ball season, swassy season. What's up, Franz? Franz and Franz. So these are my Estee bands. Check them out. These are the Aviators. You dig? Let's pick a pair. Let's pick a pair together. That's one pair. Here's another pair. These are the ones I wear most of the time. These are the ones I carry with me all the time. See? These are the classics. Look at these. You like? You like, Lisa? See the difference between the Aviators and these bad boys? Why do I have so many Ray-Bans? Because when I had benefits from SiriusXM and you got your eyes checked once a year, they gave you a free pair of shades with your benefits. So I would just get a free pair every year, and I kept them. Check out these bad boys. These are a little too sassy and a little dated, I think. See, like Pradas. This is when I had like no responsibilities and I would spend stupid money on stupid sunglasses. I wouldn't do that nowadays. I probably wouldn't even wear these nowadays, but they're kind of cool. But they're kind of like early 2000s too. Like, what do you think? You have the same pair, Tyler, yeah? These are Pradas, so these are like no joke. More designer, not your everyday, but I don't really even wear them. What's up, Andrew? The Pradas. Yeah, I just got them. You know, I keep all these in a top drawer in my closet. So it's like my sunglass drawer with all my sweet pairs of shades. I'll show you a few of them and then we'll get into the rants. They're not all designer, guys. In fact, some of my favorite are the cheapos. Nothing better than an old school pair of Amber Visions, bro. What? Look how beautiful the world looks right now. These are the winners right now. I'm feeling in a good mood automatically like that. And I have another pair, like a blue blocker pair, but like a different pair, a square pair, in my car for when I feel like being in a good mood. These change the mood automatically. These win, as far as I'm concerned. $12.99. Amber Visions. Classics. I'm keeping them right here because they're my favorites. All right. So, moving along. Check these bad boys out. Another pair of Estee bands. They're similar to the previous ones, shape-wise, like these. But if you look, they're different. You see? I like these too. I don't rock these enough. I go through phases. I go back and forth. I take care of my stuff. I'm ridiculous about being meticulous. So, yeah, these are cool. What do you think? You only buy the cheapos? That's the Rich Davis style. Cheapos for the creepos is what I say. Cheapos for the creepos. But these are dope. These are like, I don't know, man. I like these a lot too. I don't know who the big winner is yet, but let's see. Check these guys empty. These are for the, I call these the Geeter Duns. The Geeter Duns! Because everyone from the Geeter Duns to the people in the oil patches of Canada rock these. These are the classics. They're called like, what are they called? Something with a can. Something to do with a can. Oakleys, bro. These are the Oakleys. Oh shit, what's up, Stony Homie? Stony Homie, I could see you rocking these. The Oakleys, these are the classics. They're called the bottle cap, the can, something with the can. It has to do with the, what are these called? But they're classic Oakleys. See them? Gas can, is it the gas can, Derek? The gas can, see the, how the nose, see that? Check that out. Gas can, fella. Classics, see? What's up, Middle America? What's going on? What's up, America? 4th of July weekend. I got these bad boys. I have to be honest. They're a great fit. They're a great fit. And they go great with a nice American flag t-shirt this weekend. I might rock these this weekend to show my American pride. But these are, yo, if people who know, if you know, you know. These are like, these are forever in style. For, again, some people. I don't rock these all the time. Actually, I've never rocked them, ever, but I respect them. Got them. Boom. Bam. Got 2 more, guys. I'm not trying to bore you. Actually, 3 more. These, I don't even know what these are for. They're kind of cool, though. Look. Look at these. I don't even know. They're like see-through. Like, what's up? Look like the Asian guy from the D-Light video. These are Pumas. These are like, I don't know, I'm taking a walk. I don't even know what the hell these are for. I just have them. These are intermediates, like guest store intermediates. Yeah, they're like safety goggles, thank you. These are a little big, but kind of cool, but a little dated too, see? Busting them out, showing you like, hey, maybe I need to get a few new pair because these are dated, too big. What's up, bro? Damien, what's going on? These are guests. They actually look really cool though. I don't know if you can see they're smudgy, but they're not bad. I might have to get some use out of these. Maybe on my patio of rage. Guess by Marciano. Old school though. Some of these I had a long time, man. I even have a few in my car. So I have a few in my car. I have a few I didn't bust out. These I just got. My boy Jaime Tavares said that he bought them online and his wife was like, nah, they suck. So I guess they sucked enough to give to me. He's like, yeah, they didn't work on me, bro, but I think you could rock them. But these are MVMTs. You've probably seen this brand online, MVMT. They make watches and shit. It's a cool brand, but I don't know how I feel about these. But these are like the flat boys. You know what I mean? Like today's style, like flat. No curvature, flat boys, MVMTs. So I don't know who the big winner is for you. I don't know if it's the classic Aviator of Love in tribute to Uncle Joe, who retired as a cop. My chip specials right here. Pull over. Pull over. I got a story about the police in a little bit. It has nothing to do with Sting. So stick around for that. But these are the MVMTs. Again, like an online brand. I don't know how expensive they are, but thanks to Jaime Tavares, I got these bad boys too. So that's just a little sample of what I got. A Billy sample, Jim Ramsey. A Billy sample of what I got. And the big winners right now are the cheapos. How hilarious is that? I got Pradas, I got Estee Bands, and the Amber Visions win because they just look lovely right now. The world looks beautiful. Thank you guys. It's July. It's Covino behind the velvet rope in my sauna of rage. Actually, I don't know if I could rage with these sunglasses because I feel so good. The world looks beautiful. Trees look extra green. How could I be angry now? How could I rage in my sauna studio of rage? Anyway, I got notes. So let's go. Let's effing go. LFG. All right, thanks again, guys, for all your support. It means a lot. Couldn't do it without you. First thing I want to talk about is like complaints. Complaints are wild. They really are. We are all victims of the culture. Like I said before, people have a crazy entitlement where everybody's so quick to complain. And I don't want to harp on that because we talked about it last time, but it's really next level. And I made some notes about like different types of complaints that we as a show get all the time. I do want to thank you guys again for filling out the survey. That really helps us out. You know, narrow focus equals broader results. Just better ways to structure the show. We're not trying to change anything. We're trying to make the show better based on your feedback. So thank you. But, you know, some complaints are funny. Some are just like, leave me alone, right? Like, don't you have anything better to do? Not you, like people in general. People from SiriusXM, let's say. Like I've been filling in on lithium for going on 4 months. That's a whole story in itself. And people like to complain to me about shit I have no control of. That's something really odd. Like blowing off some steam like I'm doing right now, I get that. You know, trying to be relatable, talking shit about other people, right? I get that too. But it's like, what do you want me to do about it? Like if you have a problem with Rich or Spot, let's say, right? Why do you come to me with that problem? To relate? I'm not going to talk shit about them, really, not to you. You know what I mean? So, like, tell them. That's what I say. People will say, man, fucking Rich, dude. Fucking Rich, man. Who does he think he is, bro? I'm like, tell him. Why are you telling me? But I get it, right? You just want to blow off some steam. I get it. I'm just explaining. Not complaining, just explaining the world of complaints we live in right now. It's like, don't come to me. Go to them if you got an issue. But I understand. I'll give you another example. I get a lot of complaints about, don't talk so much on lithium. Don't talk so much on lithium. It's so funny, man, because like that's what I get paid to do. So you're basically saying, don't do your job. Play the music and shut up. Meanwhile, there's options, and I talk about them all the time. If you listen to what I say, I always say, you want no interruptions, go to the SXM app. There's no interruptions at all, just music. Check out the SXM app, check out the other channels. You don't have to put up with me. I'm just doing my job, telling stories, keeping you fired up, letting you know what's going on, and telling you what songs are coming up. Maybe giving you a little fun fact about the music. If you don't like it, fucking change the channel or find the channel with no interruptions that I'm telling you about. But people love to like express themselves like as if, I don't know, it's as if it's okay. It's really wild, man. It's like, and I'm stating the obvious, right? But it's like, I don't go to your job and give you bad Yelp reviews. I just don't. Like, wait, where do you work? Let me call up right now and tell you how to do your job. It's really wild. It's a really wild world we live in. And it's constant, you know? And then, you know, people, they double down. Because it's like, hey, I'm Cindy Lou Who from Maryland, and I think you suck. It's like, well, let me look at you. You know what? I think your face sucks, Cindy Lou Who. It's wild because feedback goes both ways, but I try to take the higher road, right? When people stoop low, you go high. I think Michelle Obama said that. Something like that. All right. I'll give you another example. And it's kind of funny, too. Again, these are just things I need to get off my chest because it is the SAUNA of RAGE. This is what you do. I save it for the SAUNA of RAGE. When I'm on lithium, even when I'm on turbo, Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine and Audio Slave, The Night Watchman, Tom Morello, the Soul Power, legendary guitarist, does several shows on SiriusXM, right? And he does a great job. He's the only guy that has maybe more shows than I do on SiriusXM. Tom Morello, legend. Some people don't like his show, so they complain to me. It's like, yo, dude, you think like, how's that gonna? I get it. You're like blowing off steam. You're trying to relate and maybe get feedback from me, but like, yo, bother Tom Morello. What do you want me to do about it? Bother SiriusXM. But I have to tell you, man, he does a show called The One Man Revolution, right? But it should be called The One Man and My Mom Revolution. I've got to be honest. For a long time, for those of you who know. If you don't know, pay attention. Tom Morello does a show. He's like, hey, it's Tom Morello, and you know, today we're going to focus on Black Lives Matter. We're going to play a lot of songs, you know, about Juneteenth, I don't know, whatever. He's always on a mission, right? Which I love. He's always raging against the machine. But he goes, I'm here with my mom, Mary. And you always hear Mary chime in. He always throws it to his mom, Mary, in the one, well, still one man. He's the only man, but his mom is also there in this revolution. And then Mary chimes in and she says, "Hi, Tom." And I'm not being mean at all. What I'm here to say is, I thought this was like a joke for a long time. Come to find out, his mom is 99 years old. She's born in 1923, Mary Morello. So when he's kicking it to his mom, it's really his mom. I thought this was a joke for the longest time. So people complain to me like, "Yo, bro, I don't want to hear Tom Morello and his mom." And I'm like, tell Tom Morello, man. I'm not going to tell him to tell his mom to stop on the radio. It's his mom. I respect his mom. I think it's beautiful. She's 99 years old. I understand you might not want to hear that. Yo, you've heard it, right, Derek? It's hilarious. He's like, all right, hey, I'm going to play, hey, it's Tom Morello, One Man Revolution here on Sirius XM. Going to play something from The Night Watchman, right, Mom? Yeah, yes, Tom. Honestly, it sounds like a joke because she's so old. And people complain to me about it. It's the weirdest thing ever. It's the weirdest thing ever. I swear to God. But he's Tom Morello. He's a legend. And that's his legendary mom. He can do whatever he wants. But don't bother me about it. What am I going to do about it? Let's see. Got my notes here. People's complaints that I got to hear about. You know, people burden me with their complaints. And I guess it's okay. You know, whatever. You need to bounce them off of me for whatever reason, fine. I'm just letting you know, like, wow, it's just crazy how people live to complain. They live for it. And I hear it constantly. Let me look through my notes here. Yeah, I talk too much talky. People keep saying that. It's like, beat it, dude. Beat it. Beat it. That's what a radio host does. Beat it. What do you do? I'm sure whatever it is, you suck at it. Too much tweety. Some guy hit me up today, and he goes, "Hey, bro," he goes, "I love you on Sirius XM, but I heard you rip off Artie Lang twice today." I was like, well, you're barking up the wrong tree, man. First off, thanks. But anytime I quote, whether it's a meme or a movie reference, I say, "As the meme goes," or "Adam Sandler style," or "as Norm Macdonald says." I always credit that. If I'm reading feedback, I credit the feedback. I'm not trying to steal jokes like Fox News did. Remember when I talked about the Flightmare? Flightmare. I get it. It's not that original. Flightmare. But I made that shit up on the fly. Pun intended. On the fly. And today, Fox News used my quote, Flightmare, to describe what's going on right now. Point is, I'm no thief. I don't need to be. I'm an OG. I have original thoughts and original jokes. And when I find some shit funny and I'm going to use it or borrow it, I'll always credit it. So I responded to the guy. I said, "Yo, man, Artie Lang's my guy. I don't even know what you're talking about." I said, "But we're from the same hometown of Union, New Jersey, so maybe it's a local reference that we both use." You know, like, I know Artie and I both say Goopaline. Like, check out my Goopaline right now. You know why? A lot of kids in my hometown say Goopaline, Italian for hat. Goopaline. I'm not stealing that from Artie. That's a local reference. I'm from Union. I'm like, "Hey, dude, we're from the same hometown. What do you want from me?" Ripping off Artie. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I promise you I'm not. And if I was going to quote Artie Lang, I would say, as my buddy, the great Artie Lang, says, the point is, people want to shit on you and complain 24/7. It's wild. Wild's the buzzword of the day. Every time I say the word wild, scream real loud. All right. I'm a rip-off. I talk too much. People complain to me about Mary Morello, about Rich, about, like, Spot's thoughts. You know, like, hey, tell Spot. Don't tell me. What are you telling me for? I mean, I get it. Because you want to have you're like, "Yo, I agree with you." I get that. I get it. I'm just telling you. Don't complain to me about other people. Thank you. Here's another thing. This is touchy, and I say this loosely and lightly because I understand. I really do understand. But it's a weird thing. I'll give you an analogy or an example first. There's a lot of times little kids hit up my daughter about their issues. And I get it, kids need someone to talk about. But sometimes the issues are way too deep, and sometimes the issues are way too serious for a little kid to handle, right? Like, for example, I told you on the air, some kid was talking about hurting himself to my kid. It's like, you know, at a certain point, you're burdening my kid with your issues. And I get it, you need help or need someone to talk to, but that's when you call a professional. You feel me? I want some feedback just to make sure you understand what I'm saying. Like, my daughter's not qualified to handle certain situations. Like, at a certain point, you're burdening her with your problems. The same thing happens to me. I'm a radio host, guys. And I appreciate that people can confide in me and want to confide in me. But sometimes it's like, yo, dude, I don't know what I could possibly help you with at this point. Call the suicide hotline. There's a point in which I'm glad I'm there to help, but like, this is too far. Now you're burdening me, and like, I don't want to be a part of this because I'm not qualified, you know? And like, I've never met you before. I don't know how to help. So it's interesting, like, you want to be able to help, but again, I'm one dude talking to thousands of people, millions of people sometimes, and there's a lot of people out there who are stressed out, who suffer from mental health issues, and they burden other people that are unqualified. I use the word burden loosely because you want to be there to listen and help people. But, like, God forbid this guy does something dangerous. That's a lot of weight on me when I'm just trying to be like, yeah, man, hope things get better. You know, so it's like, wow. It's not necessarily I'm complaining about their complaints, but you're putting a lot of pressure on people with your problems sometimes, if they're that serious. If they're that serious. If they're that serious, yo, get help, guys. Health is wealth. Mental health is wealth. I don't know if that sounds insensitive. That's why I gave you my daughter's example first. As a parent, it's like, yo, man, I understand that these kids are going through a lot, but now you're burdening my kid. She's got her own problems. The same applies in the adult world. There's a point where I'm like, yo, man, I'm trying to have a good day. Now you got me worried about, you know, your life. And I don't even really know you that way. Hey, call someone else. Call a family member, right? I don't know. We all need somebody. So I'm not trying to be mean about this. I'm just trying to point out what happens sometimes. And it's a reminder for me, for you, to everybody, like, hey, am I burdening this person with my problems? Everybody needs to vent, but there's a certain point where the problems are too serious, especially in today's world, right? And then you're putting that burden on that person. I don't even know if burden's the right word, but it happens a lot, man. Steve Covino, LPC. What's up, Andrew? Again, not trying to be mean. I'm trying to tell you what happens. I have an idea where this is going, Tyler. What's up, Tyler? Adults try to struggle through, but it's no picnic. Yeah, I know. I understand that, right? But if some guy's telling me he's in a bad place, and this shit happens a lot, right? And people listen every night, and they feel like they know you, and I appreciate that shit. It's like, wow, they look to me for inspiration or kind words or something. I do my best. But now I'm worried about some dude. But I'm just trying to have a decent night. I'm like, hey, man, take care of yourself. That shit happens a lot, guys. Happens a lot. So, tell your kids to stop burdening other kids. I tell my kid, hey, you got some issues, tell the counselor. Tell me. You know, I understand people need people to talk to. Yo, what's up, John? All right. Let's talk about the tortilla challenge. What the hell is the deal with this tortilla challenge? I saw people talking about that today. What baffles me, I don't care if you want to shove tortillas up your ass. I don't care about that. You know, it's like that Mike Myers show where they're doing the Kiss the Starfish challenge. Kiss the Starfish challenge. Right? Hey, whatever the trend is, fine, great, grand. But don't expect me to do it. What baffles me is how Rich and Spot and other people just don't understand that that's not the type of guy that I am. I'm not a jester. I'm not here to juggle and spit fire. I don't do corny shit like that. It's like, is it flour or corny tortillas? You decide. I'm not going to slap you in the face with a tortilla and then have you slap me back for ratings to go viral. It's just not who I am. And when I try to explain for 15 years to Rich, over 15 years, yo, man, that's not the kind, it's not my style. It baffles me that he doesn't get that. What do you mean by that? It's not my style. Like, no one that I admire, no adult that I respect would do shit like that. And I have to use examples because when I describe that I'm not about that, it doesn't register to Rich. So I'll say something like, you think Derek Jeter or Gary Vaynerchuk, or you think, I don't know, give me anybody. Do you think Joe Rogan would do a tortilla, slap me in the face with a tortilla challenge? I mean, maybe with their kids, right? Because I would do anything with my kid just to have fun and bond. And then Rich would say something like, but you're not Joe Rogan. And I'm like, I understand that. But when I'm telling you that that's not what I'm about, you're not understanding. So I'm giving you an example. Do you think they would do that? The answer is no. Because I'm not that kind of guy. But if you want to be a clown and you want to do that stuff, by all means, then do it. Nobody's stopping you. And it went on and on today. The tortilla challenge came up on social media again, which is what we fought about a few weeks ago. Came up again online about the tortilla challenge. I'm like, I don't even get it. So you slap me in the face, and then I spit on you, and we all have a fourth. Do you realize like how dumb that is? That's like the old game of, let's see who could punch the softest. I'll go first. Let's see, I did this when I was 8 years old. Let's see who could punch the softest. I'll go first. Bam! You win. Who wins the tortilla challenge? Who wins? You slap me in the face with a tortilla. I spit water on you. You win? How does that work? Okay, ready? I slap you in the face with a tortilla. You spit water on me. I win? You just spit water all over me. I win? It's stupid. It makes no sense. And it's forced. And 12-year-olds do this. My point again is, it doesn't even baffle me that people like this shit. That's fine. It baffles me that people can't seem to understand that that's not what I'm about. That shit is corny to me. That shit is corny. What don't you get? I'll give you every example in the world. Would this guy do that? Yeah, but you're not this guy. Well, I get that. I'm like that guy in a lot of ways. I'm trying to let you understand that I don't do that stuff. But I'm not stopping you from doing it. You want to do it? Do it. This shit pisses me off. Do you understand that? The tortilla challenge is dumb. It doesn't make sense. It's like a joke. Ready? Hey guys, let's do a tortilla challenge. All right. How do you do it? I'm going to slap you. You're going to have water in your mouth. I'm going to slap you in the face with a tortilla. Let's waste the tortilla. I'm going to slap you in the face. Whoever laughs first and spits out the water, what? Loses? I think the guy that gets spit on loses. It's dumb. And maybe it would get views, but I'm not desperate like that. I'm not. And I'm not corny like that. I prefer flour tortillas, not corny tortillas. The end. But you're not Joe Rogan. Yeah, I know. But when I say that I'm me, you don't get it. I don't know any other way to explain this. But you're not Gary Vaynerchuk. I know. I'm me. And I don't do that shit. I never have. Never will. unless I want to for some weird reason. If it's spontaneous, if I'm in the mood, I'm in the mode. What baffles me is how people don't understand that. Not my style. What do you mean it's not your style? It's not who I am. If that's you, then you do it. Who's stopping you? The end. Ta-da! All right. Tortilla challenge. Oh, back to complaints. Oh my God. Back to complaints. I missed one. Yo, the other day, I thought we did such a solid show. Now I got to give credit to Rich. Two things were going on 2 days ago. Wednesday, right? Wednesday, we started late, 10 a.m., summer hours, right? 10 a.m. And my daughter had art camp. So I said, yo, 12:10, I'm hard out, done. 2 hours, 10 minutes, that's it. And Rich says, yeah, man, I'm struggling. I was going to call in sick today. We weren't even going to do a show on Wednesday because Rich was so sick. Rich was sick on Wednesday. He was going to call out. For Rich to call out, the dude's an Iron Man. The dude works. He never calls out, right? For him to call out, he has to be sick. He called out from Sirius XM. That dude never calls out. In years hasn't called out. Yet we still did the show. Rich said, and I quote, I don't care if we do an hour and a half to an hour and 45-minute show today. Because I was going to call in sick anyway, so good. Now, we normally do about 2 hours and 15 minutes to 2 hours and sometimes 45 minutes. Just depends. There's no set time limit on a conversation. So on Wednesday, even though Rich was dying, I felt like we had a great show, man. I really did. I thought we brought it. I looked at the clock. The conversation was done. I'm like, why drag it on? Yo, let's wrap it up. Rich is sick. I got to go. Conversation was done. The show was done. It's not like I cut it short. It's just we didn't start a new conversation. For what? To drag it out? You guys have to understand that in the world of podcasting, you're lucky if you get an hour to 90 minutes out of somebody. And most people do that shit once a week. Once a week. And then other podcasts that people pay for, you might get 8 shows a month. An hour at a time. 8 shows a month. We're doing 4 hours, 4 shows a day, 10 hours a week, plus extra bonus shit, right? So if we decide to dip out at 2 hours and 5 minutes, who gives a shit? If it was a good show, you cut the fat. Why drag it out? For what? For what? It's a podcast. And then there's other days we do 2 hours and 45 minutes. So who cares? Yet, people went online on the one day that we dipped out a little over 2 hours to complain about it. It's freaking weird, man. Wild, bro. It's wild. People love to hear themselves complain, man. And like, what? I'm not complaining. I can't say what I'm thinking. No, shove it up your ass. Is it positive? Take your comment, shove it up your ass. That's how I feel. That doesn't mean I don't appreciate you as a listener. That doesn't mean that I don't value you. It's like you're messing with my business. What are you trying to get across? Complaints? Rally the troops? Like, where's the positive in that? It's like a bad Yelp review. I'm supposed to be happy about that? Do you make comments about when we almost go 3 hours a day? Do you say, hey, man, that was really awesome. You almost went 3 hours. By the way, in today's world, no one wants a long-ass show. So I'm supposed to cater to people that are living in yesterday, when in today's world, people want short and sweet and fun and compact. People want bam, bam. What are you likely to watch? A 2.5 hour movie or a 45-minute episode of awesome? You know, if the conversation's done, why am I going to drag it out? Because Jonah expects it? It's wild, man. People just love to complain. So if you were upset that we cut out like 15 minutes early the other day, I apologize. But again, that being said, I appreciate your support. It's just a weird world. To sum it up perfectly and nicely, we all now live in a world, or Covino and Rich live in a world where everyone thinks, a lot of people think, that they're our boss. It's just a weird medium that we're a part of now, I guess. All right. But I thought we did a solid show. Welcome to the podcast world. The other day I mentioned that I feel like I have an enemy. And I mean it. even the tire guy said it. I talked about it on the air, but I mean, in the past month and a half alone, I've had 3 different visits to the tire place because there's been nails or screws in my tire. Coincidence? I don't know, man. I really believe, I'm 100%, 1000% convinced that the local tire places hire kids to put tacks and nails and screws under people's tires so that they can come in and get a $35 patch or plug. But that's aggravating too in my SAUNA of RAGE. Screws in my tires has to stop. You're screwing with my time and my money. Let's see. Oh, okay. All right, ready? Again, welcome to my SAUNA of RAGE. Thank you to your July subscription. Hope to give you more behind the velvet rope goodness, not greatness. Welcome to my venting machine. Hope you're having a nice day. The other day, I'm leaving Rich's house, and I promise you, everything I'm about to tell you is factual. I'm fluent in facts and Suganese. I get to the stop sign. What's up, Johnny, in Texas? I get to the stop sign over in Rich's neighborhood. I pull up like I normally would, right to the stop sign, and I see a car coming, and I could clearly make my right. But I have to be honest, it wasn't necessarily cutting off the car, but I could have let the car go. It was like right in between. You know, the distance was, I could go, or I could cut this guy off. But if I cut him off, I'm not necessarily doing anything wrong here. Follow me? The car was sort of in between. It wasn't too far, it wasn't too close. It was like right there where I could go or... So I get to the stop sign, and I'm having this quick thought process. And as I'm having this quick thought process, at my full stop, I realize I'm going to go, but then I realize, oh, it's a cop car. Now, you guys know that I love and respect the police. The band, not so much. They're okay. So I quickly hit the brakes because I'm like, well, out of respect and courtesy, not even out of like, I'm breaking the law or I'm doing something wrong. It was like, oh, it's a cop. I'm letting the cop go. It's a cop. I don't want to be perceived as cutting this guy off. I was too close, and I'm being respectful. It's a cop. Whoa, it's a cop. Go ahead, officer. You go. Why would I want to take off, have the cop behind me, right? So it was just a quick thinking moment. I crept out a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm just waiting for the cop to pass, and he stops. And man, he big times me so hard. And it was so deflating because I was feeling good. It's a cool feeling when you do a great show, or you think you do a great show until you read the feedback. It's feeling like I did a great show, and then you put on Sirius XM, you're listening to yourself on lithium. That's kind of cool, right? Like, wow, I'm listening to myself. Soundgarden's on. I'm feeling great. Feeling outshined. Actually, I got outshined by the cop. So the cop stops. Roll your window down. I'm like, what? And I'm like, hey, how you doing? I put my smile on. How you doing, officer? He's like, actually, I wrote it down. He goes, what are you doing? I said, nothing. Going home. Picking up my daughter. Completely innocent, officer. He goes, why don't you back up and try again? And look, I get it. He's enforcing the law. But it's like, you're so rude, man. You're just being a rude dick at this point. Just being a rude dick. Could have gave me a ticket. Could have probably busted my balls even harder if he wanted to. But it's like deflating. Like, I only stopped because you're a cop and I didn't want to like cut you off. And I also was giving you the, go ahead, officer, you go. No, you go. And then instead he's like, back. And he waited for me to back up. Like put it in reverse. And I'm sitting here smiling like, just while he was being a total dick. Total dick. And I know, in the grand scheme of things and in the grand scheme of everybody's complaints about law enforcement, it's no big deal. But like, I was really doing nothing. And I felt like I was this small as he was like, now back up and stop. All right, now you could go. And then he followed me like an aggressive asshole. And meanwhile, I'm just going to pick up my daughter. So that happened the other day. Why don't you back up and try again? I was like, yeah, have a great day, officer. Fucking weak. I hate when people talk to you like that. When you weren't doing anything. Now, if you think I was wrong, leave a comment. I gave you the facts. But, what's up, Tyler? Makes you any better, they are probably hated more than your feedback. Yeah, that's unfair. You know, it's tough to be a cop. It really is. It's very thankless, and anyone that listens to the show knows how I feel. Hey, I just came back from my Uncle Joe's retirement party. Nothing but respect for people who do a thankless job, because they're the first people you're gonna call when you have a problem. But nobody likes to be talked down to, especially when you're not doing anything wrong. Let's see, so that's the comp story. Oh, I got another story. Welcome to my SAUNA of RAGE again. Hope I'm not boring you. Hope I'm not boring you. Wow, beautiful day. So the other day I'm in the elevator here at my complex, my condo. And like, hey, what's up, man? I'm in the elevator with two dudes. And this guy, you know, I could see he has something to say to me. And he does. I'm like, hey, what's up? And he goes, hey, my friend. He's like, do you live in 114? I'm like, no. Right? And then I'm thinking, well, why? Why would he even ask that? I thought he was going to be like, hey, are you new here? Welcome to the place. Silly me to think that anyone would be kind in greeting me to the place, right? Because people just love to complain and break balls. It's not, hey, beautiful day we're having. Nice to see you. Are you new here? Hey, my name's John. Nice to meet you. You're not going to get, I don't get that shit. Because I have resting dick face, apparently. So, this guy is sizing me up, wondering if I live in 114. So I'm like, oh, I wonder why he thinks that. I said, no, why? Did someone new move in 114? Why are you asking me? He goes, because I play the piano and I live in 214 and the guy downstairs is always banging on the ceiling. Boom, boom, boom. I thought it might be you. I'm like, so you looked at me and you automatically thought I was the dick bothering you about your piano. I'm like, no, man, I don't live on 114. Have a good day. But what's funny about it, when you think about it, is this guy automatically assumed that I'm the guy who's banging on his ceiling. Not, hey, how are you? Not, hey, are you new here? Welcome to the place. Hey, are you the guy that lives there? Are you the dickhead? Because you look like the dickhead. The dickhead I imagine to be bothering me while I play the piano could be you. And I'm like, go fuck yourself, guy. Not me. Not me. In fact, I live above you, and I'm going to do the Mexican hat dance all night now to piss you off. I'm inviting all my clogging friends over tonight. You see what I'm saying? He just assumed that I was the asshole. Meanwhile, I have complete confirmation that he's the asshole. Okay, neighbor assumed I'd be the guy. And my final story of rage, Tyler. And thank you guys for hearing me out. Again, it may sound contradictory because a lot of time, you know, in the beginning of the show here, I was talking about how people love to complain. This is what I'm supposed to do in the SAUNA of RAGE. I'm here to vent. I'm here to rage. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I've been on SiriusXM Lithium now for 4 months straight. I'm going on 4 months straight. And I think they look at it like, well, yeah, he's getting paid, so that's cool. I don't do this shit for the money. I do this shit because I want the job. And it's very odd to me that someone could take off for 4 months and they still consider it his job. It's fucking bonkers. I've worked at SiriusXM. Here's another gripe. This is my 20th year. Please, let SiriusXM know. I don't care. Let them know. This is my 20th year. I started in 2002. Just a little pumpkin pie haircutted boy. on his journey 20 years ago. I haven't even gotten an email, a high five, a low five in regards to my service for 20 years with that company. 20 years. Not even a mention, not even a tweet, not anything. Kicking ass for this company, foot soldier for this company for 20 years. Not to mention how dissed I got a few years ago. You don't even acknowledge this 20 years? Give me a break. They should be fucking throwing a parade for me. Rich and I are the prime examples of what an employee should be for that company. Meanwhile, everyone else's ass gets kissed. It's weird. So, anyway, I've been filling in on lithium. Been filling in for like a year and a half. Since our show ended, I've been filling in on lithium, but consistently every afternoon for almost 4 months now, going on 4 months. And they still refer to it as, hey, can you fill in one more week for Bart's shift? It's like, Bart's shift? If it's Bart's shift, then why isn't he doing it? If it's Bart's shift, why isn't he doing it? But I can't say that because they're paying me and it's work and I'm grateful to work, but like, talk about the disrespect. So, you know, you get to a point where you're frustrated and you're like, yeah, are you dangling this carrot in front of me, biding time? Am I the fill-in girl until you find a hotter girl? Like, at least be honest with me. What's going on? And what bothers me about this is no one gives me any answers. None. I'm like, if Howard Stern took off for 4 months, it's not his job anymore. They'd give it to someone else. So give me the job. I'm doing 28 shifts every pay period. Why are you holding on to Bart's shift? Give me the shift. And what grinds my goat, I made that up. Fox is going to steal it. Because it gets my goat and grinds my gears. What grinds my goat is that when I inquire information, like, hey, of course I'll do the work. That's what I do. I work and I do a great job. Of course I'll do it. But can you tell me what's going on? Crickets. Crickets. I've reached out to management. I've reached out to my, upper management. Ghosted. 20 years with the company. I can't get an answer as to, hey, what's going on? What's going on? I can't tell you how that frustrates me. Because I don't want to say yes. I want to say shove it up your ass. But I work. This is what I do. and I can't get answers. It's the weirdest thing. And maybe there's a solid and valid reason, but that's all I want. I want to hear it so that I understand. Because I'm the guy making this transition or this situation easy breezy. Because not only am I filling in, I'm doing a better job. It drives me bonkers. I don't know if you're following the story, but I hope you are. Or as Rich would say, did that make sense? So, that's my sauna of rage. Give me the gig already. Give me the gig already. And thank you guys for your support always. Thank you for allowing me to vent. I hope I didn't burden you. I hope this was fun for you. And I hope we have a fun month. I hope you enjoy our new t-shirts. Shop.covinoandrich.com. Pick one up. We got Rock On. We got That's Cute. Everything I stand for is awesome. Dickie Green Thumb. Bunch of new stuff for the summer. New summer line at covinoandrich.com. Shop.covinoandrich.com. Again, appreciate your subscription for July. Let's make it the best Julio yet. Better than Julio Cesar Chavez in the 90s. And just appreciate you guys. People love when I rage, so here you go. I hope you enjoyed it. And have a great and wonderful weekend. 4th of July weekend. America! Rock your amber visions. And be safe. Don't blow up any fingers. Catch me on Lithium, on Ozzy's Boneyard, on Turbo every night, Turbo 41 on SXM. And if you missed anything on our Patreon, please catch up. And welcome all new subscribers. But safe weekend and enjoy yourselves, guys. And if you had something to say about anything that I talked about, please leave a comment and I'll respond because I didn't catch all the feedback here. Sauna of Rage, brought to you by D's Nuts. I'm out. Thank you, guys.